everyone. How is everyone doing? It's been a little bit. I am Tamara Jean, your spiritual awakening mentor and wellness astrologer here on High Vibe TV. Apologize for delayed in my content. I had to travel for a few days, and so it just really disrupted my schedule. I guess that's just, plain and simple. But a lot of definitely interesting energy, I'm sure, as you all would agree. And today is Friday, April 18th. And so this information is for the next few days. And I have Starway Healing channel on here for you with this beautiful cosmic swan. And it is encoded with 999 hertz. And so I felt that this was very appropriate for the energy that we are experiencing right now. Lots of major transformations and energy that is calling us to operate in alignment with who we are and those values, right? We're going into Taurus season tomorrow on Saturday the 19th. And right, so that's going to be all about, right, worth, self-worth, value, support, and really making adjustments, let's say, right? We're transforming a lot. So much, our ideals and the way that we operate, and cleansing and healing, transforming old patterns, and working at resolving a lot of issues as we're navigating through all of this energy. And that 999, at least in angel numbers, we all know that 9 is completion, right? And we're in a 9 year, and we're experiencing, right, so much of the old that is being dug up, right? Because we are completing a lot, energetically, and it's of course bleeding into our physical reality, creating a lot of chaos. And with that, right, comes it, like seeds of the new come from this. We have to learn how to embrace this energy as we navigate and adjust and align, reconnect, realign with our own individual blueprint. So in a way that, right, changes that work with us, right, as an individual and also others. And that's kind of what the number 999 is. It is getting to work. And like now, right, we just had Mars move into Leo. I'm sure everyone is happy about that and being a little less moody or edgy or defensive, right? And there is like there's a lot of energy, right? It's much happier in Leo. And we do have, right, the sun squaring Mars. And there's just, let me begin with, back to this imagery with the swan. We have the sun in gate 3. This is in the sacral center. This is the gate of beginnings. And so this is about planting seeds, right? And fostering new beginnings. But we got to have the patience, right, for it to blossom and grow. And this is also where we can experience challenges in the beginning of something new, right? And this is that point where, okay, yes, it's causing a lot of chaos. We definitely are experiencing that. but kind of embracing it with that higher perspective, right? Connecting into, and I think a lot of this energy too is, especially right, Mercury conjunct Neptune, this gives us energy in kind of a tuning in with our intuition and being able to, I just had it was just there, act on our intuition and kind of follow through with that as we are navigating through the chaos, and the patience, as the story of the swan was coming to mind with all of the challenges, right, that the swan faced, and not even knowing what it truly was, right? Just thought it was this ugly duckling. And then as it matured, right, went through all of these experiences, so many challenges, and of course, how that impacted, right, this little creature's beliefs about itself and the different experiences that it had until it grew and then blossomed and matured into, right, this, into a beautiful swan. And right, swan medicine is all about intuition and following and trusting your intuition. It is about transformation, and it's also about psychic gifts. And I was really feeling that connection with all of the energies that we have right now. The earth is grounding all of this energy, grounding to the new that's coming in, right? We've had so much energy, so much light coming in with all of the solar storms and whatnot. And so it's grounding response in gate 50. And that is in the spleen. This is the gate of values. And so there's a lot of response to the values that we hold on to in the way that we live our life. And this can be very activating. Can we embrace the values that are necessary, right, to live a healthy life and be responsible, and while supporting others, you know, at least those that are aligned with you and that do embrace the new. And so this is using this new vital energy, right, in this new way. And so if you think about the sun that's squaring Mars and how there is this energy in, right, there's a lot of energy that is beginning to really fuel what your passion, right, is really connecting in with. And we have the sun, right, transitioning from Aries into Taurus. So there is, you know, about the self a lot with this energy. And Mars is still in gate 56 in the throat, that storyteller gate of the wanderer, and how sharing one's experiences kind of helps them process their experience. But it can be also, right, it really can have a dramatic flair or embellishment, but that adds more to the purpose of sharing the story. And it is making a trine with Neptune that's in gate 25 in the self center, right? Our love and direction, that gate of innocence. And so there's all of this energy in support where you're getting in touch with your ideas and your intuition, and really allowing to feel into, because we have Venus conjunct Saturn. So they're also in the same gate in crisis resolution in the emotions center in the current human design transit, right? But Venus is in that third line, Saturn's expressing through the fifth line. So it's like really feeling, right? Venus taking us into the feeling of what is showing up for you through all of this processing and your experience, and bringing into with Saturn and Pisces still, and it's like bringing in those, I will say, intuitive solutions, right? Because crisis resolution, that's what you are. You have a tendency to experience a lot of, I'm going to say, turbulence, or, you know, very, these situations that really bring out, you know, very emotional, and but it's a lot of growth, right? Consistently growing, and this energy is asking you to grow into, right? You are such in this becoming stage, I will say, with all of these energies. And so we're having, right, the moon in Capricorn right now, and it's going to be sextiling Venus and Saturn and making a trine to Uranus. And when moves into Aquarius Saturday afternoon, early evening, will conjunct with Pluto, right, through over the weekend. And having that third quarter moon in Aquarius on Sunday, which is Easter Sunday for those that celebrate Easter, there's always like this resurrection energy around that time, right? That time of year. And so that there's some tradition, right? Traditional values that come to the surface, and all of the this different energy, right? And making all these different connections. And it's like, well, and so there are questions, or you may have a desire in perhaps doing things differently, or may activate considering what are the values you are aligned with, and then all of it in doing it in such a way and making any changes that work for you and also helps others, right? That's a lot of this energy. So we want to be able to, and it's all this like return, I feel like, because where Neptune is in gate 25, right? So, and Mercury is there too in that gate of innocence, right? That is one of the love gates. And it has that very unwavering love and trust, that very deep trust in that unconditional love and in the universe, right? That like universal love. And so there is, even though with Neptune, there's always that shadow side energy of like illusion or deception, but then there is also the intuitive aspect and, right, the visionary aspect. And I'd like to, in that, with having the influence of the Aries energy, of that more creative energy, the creativity and of creative new energy, that pioneering energy, and being able to connect to aspects of yourself, and this also like connection with your higher self in a way that you haven't before. So and I'm feeling that with all of this energy, and you know, through the weekend, and of course, I mean, it will continue in certain aspects with, you know, Neptune's going to be in Aries for quite some time, right? And just the different connections, and there there's so much that is happening. It can be overwhelming. And like with the new things that are coming in, and it may be whether it comes through your dreams, or you get like an intuitive hit or that inspired idea, write these things down really, because when these are all, because it may not, they can just be seeds to be planting, right? Doesn't necessarily mean take action right away. Some things, yes, and other things where, okay, that is a seed to plant that is going to needs the nurturing and the watering, right, for it to grow and in its own time, right? So there's kind of a mix of taking action on some things and nurturing other things that come in. So, just kind of being aware of that as well. There's something else I was going to say about that. With this energy and the body, because I always have to bring that piece in, is especially now having Mars in Leo, which can be very impatient. It can be inflammatory. And when it comes to in its conjunction with Pluto, or Moon conjuncts Pluto, and I was seeing this connection with just in the field with Sun squaring Mars, and with the energy of the Moon conjuncting with Pluto, I was just seeing a lot of stimulation, like in the electrical system, and how that may influence the heart because of Leo ruling the heart. Please make sure that you are getting enough minerals. Mars in Leo burns through iron, B vitamins, protein, all very quickly. So you want to prioritize protein and getting enough iron and your B vitamins. And so that's going to be really important. I was getting also supporting like your arterial circulation, right? Because it's about bringing vitality, circulation, right, through your blood and the cells. Like I was really seeing this in everything, all of the energies that are contributing into, that's bringing up all of the old and shedding and working through, right? Leaning into it as you're feeling into it, and so you can alchemize that energy. It's going to be important to sustain yourself physically as well as energetically and emotionally, and allow yourself to move with it. So in feeling into, perhaps it may be a new way of moving your body, and you may be experiencing still some mouth things, right? The teeth or some head things and into the neck, and still feeling some tightness in the neck and the shoulders. And this may go down into the back. Leo rules, right? The back muscles, especially like the thoracic vertebrae. And I was seeing how this energy can very much connect to the child archetype that resides, which is typically ruled by Cancer, but at the back of the heart center. And I was seeing this come out with this Mars and Leo energy, with the creativity, and also with Neptune in Aries and Mercury in Aries. I was just seeing it all connect into this picture of the child with like the creativity and that creative expression, right? And sometimes with this energy too, can kind of argue more with if you have children. There can be some of this stubbornness that may be happening too, right? Going in Taurus season. But there's also lessons of just getting like not settling, where there may be too much compromise that has been, or, you know, that one has been previously, you know, shut down or limited or restricted. And so all of this energy, especially with the sun in the sacral center and the gate of beginnings, really brings that new vitality energy, right, to move beyond limitations and restrictions. So, right, all of this energy, is disruptive as it can be and be experienced, that it really is, right, to help kind of get you through and back to this resurrection type energy that we have during this time of year, over this weekend, that is in the collective field. Use it for your evolution, for your growth in, you know, connecting into and having that intention of resurrecting your own divine blueprint, your own gifts, right? Use it, really directing that energy to your creation codes and learning how to activate those. Of course, frankincense. This is the oil of truth. So I love that that came out. It is enlightened on here. I am one with all that is. And so this is, right, helps in assisting in the journey of self-exploration and really tapping into truth. And of course, expressing, right, the resurrecting that connection to your blueprint, and that will be your contribution and expression of truth. I have two cards that are sticking out here. Roman chamomile, which is the oil of spiritual purpose, and then ylang ylang, which is the oil of the inner child. So this is awaken, destiny, and enlighten. I mean, using this energy, most definitely it for all of those purposes, right? This is opportunity over these next few days to really seize this and maximize this energy for yourself and as well as others, and really making that contribution. Remember, Uranus is still in the gate of contribution in the throat center, which is about taking charge and directing into new territory. Maybe not, you know, in situations, not getting personally involved, but kind of helping to navigate, helping guide people into the new. I know a lot of people are starting to get inspired with different ideas and whatnot. And if you are not, that is okay too, because I know people that feel not connected right now, right? Or they feel off. Now remember that we're each in our own experience, and when that is happening, you know, you're in like deep growth. And so honor yourself with some patience as you go through your process, because sometimes it is unconscious for a reason. Add some. So add some in the Akashic Tarot is about, and you can see a girl there, and that she's surrounded by, those are like angel, her guardian angel, and some spirits there. And she's got an open book. And so this is, Adsum is a word that's a frequency. Helps you to connect to your spirit team, to your guardian angel. And so you can use this word in connecting with your higher self and connecting with your divine team as you are going through these energies this weekend, right? And remember that third quarter moon, I was seeing as I was saying, like it's in Aquarius, and so it is like another push and release. So I was seeing, like I talked about the connection with the Leo energy and like the electrical system, and right, connecting with the heart, and also like the nerves, because in Leo ruling the sheaths of the nerves, right? And so the electrical impulses. And so there can be things that are being released from like the fascia that I talk a lot about that holds a lot of trauma. This can be releasing through these channels in your body. So that's why it was really important to get those nutrients and your trace minerals, right? And you can add salt to your water, etc. And using the word Adsum in connecting with your divine team to, have that non-physical support as you are elevating at that next level. In a powerful time, we have will, wisdom, and mind. When this card comes out, it is symbolic of a very powerful time for you, right? That you are coming into alignment. As I said earlier, you are really in this becoming stage, right? And it's got a crown, and with the fire and the water, and that's the Isle of Man down below the Celtic triangle knot. And so it is, being grounded and, as they say, like, right, straighten your crown, right, and balancing masculine, feminine, right, and being balanced and in your power. So definitely, and you could also use the word Adsum, right, because it's like a divine connection, little, I don't want to say like trick, but you know what I'm saying. So, okay, Adsum. And then you are wanting to, like, let's say, plant those seeds, right? New seeds. And where you would see yourself or have that knowing or that sense of and experiencing it already done, right? Because we know it's already done in the field. It's just waiting for it to experience it in linear time, right? In this reality. And so Adsum and speak as if, right, you're already living it, that it's already done, as you are in really getting into a powerful alignment with your energy. And Archangel Gabriel, that is always connected with channelers, okay, right? Really the messenger. And so paying attention to the messages that are coming to you and what is coming through you, and connecting with perhaps making an intention and consciously connecting with Archangel Gabriel, especially to, Archangel Gabriel connected with communication and also writing, with all of this creative energy that is in the field, it is good for, right, artistic things, for like poetry and for writing. And so this too, if you want to do some automatic writing and just allow yourself to write, and how sometimes that can flow through easier, right? If you've been having a challenge, flow through easier in connecting with Archangel Gabriel and having that come through. So it's well, in those essential oils, we have some really powerful energies happening this weekend, clearing the way. I think this came out, I want to say, last time. And then one more, the Divine Physician, right? And this has Jesus on there. And it's, you are clearing out, right, all of this old, you are deconstructing, deconditioning, right, deprogramming and healing. And just kind of funny that the card with Jesus on it came out, given that, you know, it's, this Sunday is Easter, right, that a lot of people do celebrate. But even if you don't, the significance of the clearing and the healing that is taking place, and how you're going to start to notice more and more, let's say, the difference of where you could be standing next to someone and you are experiencing completely different realities, like even more than you have already. It's going to be, you know, such a difference, but you being able to maintain your vibration, right, and not have it lower when, you know, in these types of environments. So a lot going on. Ylang-ylang, frankincense, Roman chamomile, really maximizing the energy over the next few days in the release of, there may be like trauma, right, or wound energy that come up, and for release and healing and transformation as you become more and more aligned with your true self and your gifts, right? Experiencing beautiful transformation and being very attuned to the energy around you. So honor your energy and the environment, what your values are, and the alignment, right, of that and those that you are around, and all of it being expressed and unfolding in a way that is honors you and those around you. So have a wonderful weekend, and however you experience this weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday.